Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. I'm so excited you're here today with me. I've got 3 projects that I'm going to make with you tonight using some stuff from the August to December 2020 mini catalog. This one has got just a month left and then it's going to be over. Towards the end of the month, we'll get a list of retiring things that aren't going to carry over or come back. So make sure that you're getting all of your favorites before they're gone. And you can do that in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. And if you order $40 or more before tax and shipping, you'll get a special gift from me. I always send the monthly gifts the first week or 2 of the following month. So right now I'm working on November kits. And if you order in December, you'll get a kit and a thank you card from me in January. So tonight I've marked some pages of some things that I'm going to show you and play with tonight. I forgot to mark the very first thing though. Let's take a look at it. It's on page 42 of the catalog and it is the Feels Like Frost designer paper. This was actually in the catalog last year and it was so popular that it sold out really fast, and so Stampin' Up! Brought it back so that you could have some more time to get it and play with it. And honestly, I have forgotten about it. I haven't used it at all this year and it's just been sitting in my stack. So tonight I wanted to bust it out and use it to make a couple cards. So I picked out a few patterns here. This paper is so beautiful because it has these photo images on one side and then the other side is silver and white designs. So I'm going to show you some ways to use both sides. Look at these images. They're so pretty. So this paper is a 12 by 12 paper pack and it includes 4 each of 12 different designs. I don't know if I have them all in here. There's one that's my favorite. They may not have one in this pack. Oh, this one. Here it is. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I could just frame that. I was just saying the other day though, I don't love snow, but I love looking at snow from inside, cozy by the fireplace. So like this picture makes me happy, but I wouldn't want to be in it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's another one that's so pretty. Like I could just, that would be so pretty outside my window. I know I asked you guys the other day if you've had snow, and some of you have already had several inches of snow where you are. I'm in central Illinois and we don't really get a lot of snow, but when we do, it's usually later in the winter. So I'm going to hold out these 2 patterns here and I want to make a simple card. I'm just going to stamp a simple sentiment and put it on designer paper. And I was trying to figure out which color to use. Do you like the lighter color? This is Highland Heather, or do you like the darker Blackberry Bliss? I feel like Blackberry Bliss is more of a winter, more of a deep winter color, but I also like the lightheartedness of the Highland Heather. Okay, so maybe it depends on the sentiment that you're using. So I was thinking of using this stamp set. This is a celebration stamp set. It starts in January. You can get it for free when you place an order of $50 or more. Demonstrators can pre-earn right now. So if you're a demonstrator and you place a demonstrator order, for every 50, you can choose a free celebration gift. So this one's available right now for demonstrators, and I love the sentiment, Heal Your Heart, and also thank you. I sent a ton of those too. So I was debating on one of those. Tell me what color you like though. Do you like the Blackberry? Do you like the Highland? Maybe I'll choose my sentiment based on the color that you like, and maybe we'll just do one of each, because I kind of was thinking of going this way, this one on Highland Heather and this one on Blackberry Bliss. So tell me what you think. Tell me what your preference is. I'm going to get both these stamps out so that I'm ready to go. And actually I need to trim these papers down just a little bit. I'm covering it up. Blackberry Bliss, Highland Heather. I'm going to peel off the sticker, and I love this little trick. I've been doing it so much lately. Putting the sticker on the black and then taking the lining off, and then putting the stamp on. It's so much easier to line it up. So I got the sticker. I want to take out the stamp. and then I can line it up. It's perfect. Excellent. Okay, so Heal Your Heart. That one's coming out. Let's see what you guys say. Carla likes the way they're paired up right now. So does Margot. Margie says the same, like the pretty colors you have on. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, yes, yes. Kay says Highland. Carol, you think they should be flipped? I don't know. Like, I really think you can't go wrong. Like, I think you could go either way on these. This one kind of, I don't know, maybe it blends in too much here and it pops a little bit more there. It's so interesting how when you change the background of a photo, like it completely changes the, maybe I do like them flipped, Carol. So smart. Deanna says Highland, Margie Highland, Patricia likes the blackberry. So does Susan. Mary says blackberry with the one on the right, Highland Heather with the one on the left. Did I switch them already? I mixed them up probably. All right. Do the cards the way you had them first. Are you at work again, Christina? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to cut them down while I'm deciding. And you know what? I could just make like one of each and use like get out more designer paper. I'm gonna trim the bottom of this. I want to have a bigger area here to stamp the words in. Same here. So I'm cutting these down to 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that is going to fit the card front, right? So usually we do, we score at 4 1/4, and then we cut in half at 5 1/2. That's a half sheet of cardstock. And then this is going to fit just perfectly in there. Now that I've just gone and cut it, I feel like I just might as well just use the blackberry, huh? I'm going to use it. I already got it cut. I love the Highland Heather too, though. And especially because it's a nice softer color. So I'm going to bring in the Blackberry Bliss ink because that's the color that I chose. For the card base, I think if I did Highland Heather, I probably would have used basic gray. So these are going to be so simple. Oh my gosh, look at that. I don't know how, but stamping that sentiment, I feel like all of a sudden the leaves just pop now. Or at least that bottom one, don't you think? Wishing I could heal your heart is what this one says. And I love that sentiment. It's kind of light on there, but I think there's enough open space. Look at that. Just so clean and simple, beautiful cards. You really don't need, to go crazy. You don't need a whole lot to make simple cards. And I know some of you, maybe these are a little too simple. I've got some other dressed up cards tonight. We're not going totally simple, but simple stamping is really nice when you just need something quick. These I'll have to add a white layer inside these later so that I can write in them. But when you're busy, you just can't beat a simple card. You just want to get something out. Because I think sometimes sending the card sooner is better than not sending it at all or sending it late. So quick and simple card with a handwritten message. That's always what makes the difference, isn't it? There's those finished cards. So easy. Wanted to show you though another technique using the other side. So we've got the photo on this side and then this gorgeous foil design. And I thought I'd break out the new blending brushes. I'm not going to put together a whole card, but I just wanted to show you these new blending brushes. These are in the January through June mini catalog. Demonstrators can pre-order right now, and everybody else will be able to order in January. if you're not a demonstrator yet, you can choose new items in your starter kit when you join in December. So let me give you the item number for this just in case you need it. It's 153611, and you get 3 blending brushes. I think they're $12. I'm going to peek. I can't show you the inside of the catalog yet. $12. I was right. Haha. Okay, I'm going to use a couple different shades of blue. Let's see. Nope, that's Seaside Spray. Talking to myself. Okay, I have a three different shades of blue, and we're definitely gonna need something to protect our work area here. So we're going to start with the lightest color and then work to the darkest one. Now you can, I haven't used these, you can tell it's clean. But I've heard that you can just rinse them and wash them out when you're done. So that's what I'll plan to do. So I'm going to work the lightest to the darkest color. And since they're all blue, I'm just going to use the same brush in all the colors. These are super, super tight bristles. So this is a very tight brush. It looks like it would be, it almost looks like foam, but it's actually bristles of a brush. It's so soft. I just want to like pet myself. Okay, so I don't know. Let's just pick this up from the ink pad, and I'm just gonna do kind of like a burnishing. This is really, really light, and I feel like it's not showing up very well. The darker color is going to show up a lot more. I like this. It feels so much better than using the sponges. And you can see some of that color coming through. Okay, so I got some light at the top, and we're going to go on to the next color. I'm probably doing this totally wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, we'll learn, guys. If I'm doing it wrong, I'll figure it out and tell you next time. Oh, I just remembered a tip that someone shared it on stage, and that was to start off the page. Because then you don't end up with a big glob. Oh, okay. This is learning. We're learning. Let's just keep blending that and see if we can. It really is pretty. So whether you're using the blending brushes or a sponge dauber or a Stampin' sponge, you can get the same effect here. We'll switch to our, our Night of Navy and definitely start blending off the page and then come onto the page. I'm not sure how well you can see this ombre. I've got it flipped now. Just ignore my boo-boo. So we've got the dark. It looks like a winter sky. It's so pretty. So because we have these foil accents, I really needed to bring like a tissue or something. Let's try a clean brush and see. Sometimes the ink will stick to the foil areas. So you just use like a clean brush or a tissue and just sort of lift any color off of the foil areas. Okay, that is really bothering me. Let's just look at this side. That side's pretty. Oh, so I'll have to play around and do something. I'm going to fold it in half because it's it's really bothering me. Anyway, these are the new blending brushes, and you can do some cool shading and blending and sponging with those. So that's what these blending brushes are, and I probably should have played with that before I did it live. But anyway, that's the other side of this gorgeous first frost designer paper. So if you haven't yet, make sure that you get this first frost paper, because feels like frost 6x6. Here's the item number. Because it carried over from last year, I'm guessing it's not going to carry over again. So if you like this designer paper, make sure to add it to your next order at juliedavison.com/shop so you don't miss out on this beautiful paper before it is retired. And I would guess, it's not low inventory to my knowledge, but I would guess that if it sells out before the end of the catalog period, they're not going to get more. So make sure that you order. Don't wait until the last minute, because then you'll be sad that you missed it. So many different ways that you can color. You could use blends on here too and color. Like, I was thinking about these stripes, and I thought it would be really fun to do. Let's pick out some colors really quick. I thought it would be fun to do like stripes. In different colors, so it's like it resists the foil, like that'll just wipe off. So you can color in your stripes in different colors. This is Bermuda Bay, Magenta Madness, and we're gonna test out just how well that foil resists. Gotta move those out of the way before I get ink on them. Good grief. And then this is daffodil, dark daffodil. Look at my tip. Clearly I'm not being gentle. Oh, the girls use my blends more than I do. Okay, I don't have a tissue, so I'm gonna try to like wipe off the foil. Oh, actually, so the alcohol marker did color on the foil, so you can't be so sloppy like I was. If you're careful, then. Anyway, then you can use that on a card. That's kind of cool, right? So, Stampin' blends or regular markers. What's the difference between the regular markers? Let's bust it out. I like the blends because they always like soak in better, but I still see some marker lines here. So this is the Magenta Madness marker, and this one was the light. So this is the Stampin' Right marker. So it's definitely darker, and when you're coloring like this, I feel like you can see the lines a lot more. This is a water-based marker, so that should come off that should come off the foil and not stick like the alcohol marker did. Yeah, that comes off. So any marker, you can customize your paper. I guess it doesn't look as bad as I thought. I don't know, you can see those lines. But this didn't blend very well either. Anyway, just playing. Let's move on. You guys you don't need to watch me just experiment. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, my baby came. My new mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine came. Isn't it adorable? Seriously, it's so cute. I have to show you them side by side so that you can see the difference. So this is the mini one, and this is the mama. Let me see if I can bring my camera up and show you. Ooh. Ooh. That's high. Okay. Can you see that a little bit better? Like, it's so cute and it's so lightweight. So this is going to be great to use in my videos instead of trying to lug the big one up all the time. It's going to be perfect for taking to crops. If you like to take your paper crafting supplies with you when you travel, if you're going to a friend's house, a family's house, and you want to bring a die cutting machine, the mini is amazing. So how can you get yours? I'm sure you're asking. The mini actually was pictured in the August through December mini catalog, but it hasn't been available. There was some production delays. Here's the item number and price. The mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is available right now for Demonstrator pre-order, and it will be available for everybody starting in January. So again, if you're a Demonstrator, you can order this and you can get it right now and put it under your Christmas tree. And if you're not a demonstrator yet, you can get this in your starter kit. So you can choose this as part of your $99 starter kit. You get to choose $125 in product of your choice. That can be from the new mini, and you can get the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then you just have to pay tax. Shipping is free. So let me know if you want to know more about joining my team. I have an awesome group of demonstrators all over the United States. There's about 125 jubilant stampers right now. We have an amazing group here on Facebook. We're all over the US, and we do virtual meetings every month. We have tons of fun, inspire each other. And most of the demonstrators in my group, I will tell you, are self-proclaimed hobbyists. So they just enjoy the discount. They have a passion for paper crafting. Most of them are not doing classes or big events. So there's no obligation to, have a big business if that's not what you want. So if you just want a discount, if you just want Santa to bring you some new things under the Christmas tree, we should talk. I'll include a link to more information in the description of the video when I'm all done. But we are going to use, I want to call her Lucy. I have 4 kids, and 3 of them are girls. Thomas is the oldest. And Lucy was on my list of names for my daughters, and I didn't name any of them Lucy. Elise was almost Lucy, and then I just realized she was definitely Elise. And then Anna, well, we were pretty stuck on Anna, but the other name that we were thinking about for Anna was Lucy. But I was very adamant that if she had red hair, I didn't want to call her Lucy. And Anna does have red hair. I could barely see it when she was born. It was just this little red fuzz, but she does have red hair, and so she didn't get the name Lucy. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna name my new baby Lucy because she's just so cute and I love her so much. All right, so I have not used it yet. I was waiting to use it with you, but this is what it is included with your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You're gonna get all the plates that you need. And it has all the configurations on here. So this is your, your platform. So that's going to go down first. And then you're going to have a cutting pad, and then the dies face down on the cardstock, and then the other cutting pad. Now that you have two other plates, and these are for embossing folders. Number 3 is for standard embossing folders. So for that, you would use a standard embossing folder, and then you would use not the clear plates, but you would just use this one. And for 3D embossing folders, you would use this one with the platform. Now, what embossing folders are going to fit in here? Here's an example. These 2 are in the August to December mini catalog, wrapped in texture. And so this comes as a pair, 2 embossing folders together, and they are sized to go in this mini machine. So these are both standard embossing folders. They're not really thick. So you would use number 3 for those. Today I'm going to make a project using the dies. So I'm going to set aside my embossing folder plates and the embossing folders. And we are going to make a project. Which one are we going to do first? Let's do the Wonder of the Season. I marked the page so I could show you. Wonder of the Season Suite. There's so many amazing things that I feel like I haven't shown you from the mini catalog yet. And so I wanted to shine a little spotlight on this suite. It's really fun and festive. Very traditional in its colors. It has a paper pack that is 6x6, and so that means it has 12 different designs, and you get 4 of each. This is kind of a mess. I don't have them all in order, but it'll just give you some idea of the papers in here. So traditional red and green patterns, really festive Christmas versatile things. I just saw somebody make a lumberjack card with this one. It was so cute. Red, real red, cherry cobbler, mint macaron, shaded spruce, and garden green are all the colors in this paper. So we're going to use a little bit of this paper, actually this pattern right here, and we're going to use the bundle Wishes and Wonder. And I wasn't going to get this one, but after seeing this really fun sample on the back cover, I thought, oh, I just love that. And so I broke down. I actually had a half off item when you place a big order, or you have a qualifying party order that's $450 or more in the US, you can choose an item for half off. So I actually got this stamp set, or this bundle, for half off. So that's kind of my way of of affording some of the things that I maybe normally wouldn't get. So that's the bundle we're going to use. I'm trying to unload all my stuff without showing you the card. So this card was inspired by some of the cards that I made last year using the Gather Together bundle. This is another bundle, or another item, that carried over from last year. And let me see if I can find it here. Gather Together, page 47. So this is an autumn bundle, and I realize that autumn is it feels like it's over because we're in the Christmas season, but technically we still have a couple weeks. So the Gather Together returning favorite, it has a stamp set and then some coordinating dies. And I created these cards last year when they were in the catalog. And I just, love the colors. Pear Pizzazz, Pretty Peacock, Early Espresso, and then Gray Granite in there. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. I love it. So I was inspired by this one. I was looking at some past blog posts and I came across this card and I thought, gosh, I just love the layout of this card. And so I wanted to recreate this card with some different products. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're using our Gather Together inspiration card, and we're going to create a new card using Wishes and Wonder. So I've pre-cut some pieces here. I've got a shaded spruce card base. I just have so much on my desk. Okay, shaded spruce card base, and then we're going to mimic the designer paper with some new designer paper. So this is 1 inch by 5.5, and this one is 1/2 inch by 5.5. And then I did die cut some pieces ahead of time. So this is the tag die cut that's in the dies that coordinate. So that's going to be our tag here. And then just trying to mimicking some of the same elements, I'm going to use this little strip of Early Espresso. I almost feel like that's too long. So let's just trim just a little bit off. And then we've got some elements here. And so I die cut some of the leaves. And then this is for the inside, so let's stamp on that. So then we're going to stamp some images. I've got the deer, and then the circle we're going to do this sentiment. It says, express delivery made in the North Pole, reindeer air freight. So we're going to stamp those and then die cut them with Lucy. We're going to get her broken in tonight and do our first cut. Oh, I'm so proud of her. Okay, this is Early Espresso ink on crumb cake cardstock. And then for the circle, we're going to use cherry cobbler ink on Whisper White. Beautiful. And while I've got my stamps out, I want to add, let's move those up here. I want to add something. I love the stamped element in the background here. And so I'm going to stamp the sleigh. And where did that little scrap thing go? I'm going to stamp off the edge so you can't see the whole thing, just part of it, because this image is so big. And then we'll stamp this again. We'll do that here. This is for the inside. We'll do the whole sleigh. Thank you, Debbie, for answering the question. I'm so sorry. Sometimes it's hard for me to keep up with comments, but if you're asking a question, I promise if I don't see it live, I will answer afterwards. And as Debbie said, the magnetic platform for the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is not available and has been recalled. So they're trying to figure out what's going on with those magnetic plates, both for the big one and for the little one, before they release them. Now, if you did order the magnetic platform for the big machine, I shouldn't say platform, the magnetic plate, originally Stampin' Up! Announced that they were going to issue coupon codes for anyone who had purchased that, and those are going to come out in another week or so. I think first or second week of December now is what they've said. ahead. So if you're waiting for that, watch for an email, and you'll get a credit for that magnetic plate if you purchase that already. There's no need to return it. If you did purchase it, you can just go ahead and discard it or continue to use it. It's up to you. Stampin' Up! Will give you the coupon credit in the amount of the product. Okay, so we're going to put that on the inside. I just stamped the words, "May the wonder of Christmas stay with you throughout the coming year." Then we're going to do a little bit of adhesive for the designer paper to go on the front. Those are going to be over here on the side. And then we're going to do our die cutting. This is a fun layout. Okay, I'm going to put those aside here. Let's bring Lucy out. Oh, I love that name. Okay, and then we need our dies. So we're die cutting. We've got lots of images in here. There's some detailed images, like a detailed deer. There's the tag. Here's the one I used to cut out the branches. And then I think most of the stamp images have a die cut. So we've got a die for the deer, and then we've got a die for the circle. So we're going to die cut both of those. And I wonder if we can get them both in here at the same time. I think maybe we can. If you are having problems lining it up, you can use like a little mini Post-it to hold your die down in place. And or some washi tape. If you've got washi tape, that'll work too. Okay, so let's slide it through. Oh, darn it. Darn it, Lucy. All right. Let's get that. Maybe we should just do one at a time and not try to balance and focus more than one. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Then you can be steady with it. Oh, this is so fun. It's so cute. There will be replacement cutting pads. They're not available right now during the pre-order period, but I think they're going to be available in January. So if you, I mean, you'd really have to do a lot of die cutting to need new plates so soon, but there will be replacement cutting plates available. So fun. Okay, so there's our deer. I don't want to lose the die. Let's fold up Lucy. I love that she folds up. It's so loud, sorry. Fold her up and set her aside. For our next project, let's bring back our card pieces and assemble our card. So we're going to do the brown strip of early espresso across the bottom. Again, there's our inspiration card. Let's tuck these away before we lose them. Okay. And then we're going to do some adhesive on the back of the deer. And that's going to go on with Stampin' Dimensionals. I want to do a loop of twine. On this one, I tied the twine around the tag and I tied a bow, but this one I'm just going to do loop-de-loops of twine. Twine is my very favorite thing to add onto a card. It's so easy just to add a little, just a little bow. Where's my tearing tape? Oh, I want to see. Oh, geez. There it is. Sometimes I just struggle getting those loops to stay put. So let's try this again. Loop, loop. Loop, loops around the fingers. And then I'm going to kind of hold them down. I'm going to trim that with the tear and tape. Oh, I knew I was going to struggle with this. Okay. Should not be so hard, Julie. try a little bit of adhesive. To hold it down. Not exactly. There we go, if I separate them a little bit. Okay, and then glue dots for these little branches. These are always a good way to add these on here. So I'm just gonna kind of lift that up, and then I don't know, I think I'm gonna put it up here. Oh, yeah, I like it up there. All right, there's our fussy little tag, and we're gonna add it to the card. You guys know I case a lot, even myself. I'm always inspired by card layouts or color combinations, and so I do this kind of thing a lot where I find a card that I really like, and then I make it again. Change up the colors, change up the stamp set. So tell me which one you like better. Do you like the Gather Together, or do you like the Wishes and Wonder card? So this or that. Leave a comment and let me know which one you prefer. Is this a layout that you guys would try? I'm going to clean up a little bit while you're letting me know what you think. Oh my gosh, I'm so messy tonight. Just move this down here. Bring up a new box. Oh, you guys are really split. Some of you like this. Robin says Gather. Carmen says that. Shirley says that. Susan says this. Joe says that. Eva says that. Yes, Janet, both of them are awesome, aren't they? Yolanda likes that. So does Patricia. Yeah, I know, Beth. For this one, it's really the color combination that I am just totally infatuated with. The peacock and the pear together. Like, I wouldn't have put those colors together, but it was that designer paper last year that really, really inspired me to do that. You would try it and you like that one. Yes, Lynn. Both cards, both. Oh, I'm so glad. Last month you would have liked this one, but today you're ready for Christmas, Bonnie. I get it. I totally understand. There's the inside of that one. I think I have, little pumpkins in there. Okay, well, let's move on to our next card. This card, I was inspired again by something that I previously made. This one not so long ago. So I made this card earlier this week. If you've been tuning in for my my 12 Days of Christmas series, then you saw this one yesterday. This was the card day 2. I showed the shimmer paint and some different ways to use that. And so I wanted to use the same stamp set today, the Friesen Fun. And so I started stamping all of my elements, and then what I came up with ended up being the same card layout. So I'm doing something a little bit different. We're using the penguin this time, and I stamped and colored him ahead of time with blends so that you wouldn't have to watch me. Sometimes it's hard with the camera to not get my head in the picture while I'm coloring. So I stamped those ahead of time. We've got the penguin, the snowball pile, and then this is really fun. We have one stamp that does all 3, and then when you die cut them, it die cuts individually. So we're going to make 3 different snowballs. See, each one die cuts on its own, and then we also need our penguin die. Now I used the border die ahead of time to die cut a little hill, and then this piece of designer paper is from the Snowflake Splendor paper. So I got a little bit of that. That's Pool Party. And I was really kind of digging the alternative color combinations. So Calypso Coral, Basic Gray, and Pool Party are the colors that I'll be using on this card. And I have a fun surprise for the penguin. So let's get him die cut with our new baby, our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to need the platform and 2 plates. I don't know if I am going to be able to successfully cut all of these at once. I think I'm going to try it though. So we've got that looks right. We've got our snowballs. Okay, so we're going to set this down, and then I kind of push down to like lock it in place or keep it set, and then send it through. Just like the bigger machine, this one has plenty of room this way, plenty of width. So there is no trouble at all feeding the plates through the machine and cutting. That was an issue that I had with my previous die cutting machine, is sometimes the platforms and the plates and even the embossing folders would get crammed and stuck in there trying to get through. So this has got plenty of width. It's a nice size. And so portable and perfect for traveling or using on your desktop when you don't want to go across the room and use your bigger machine. Okay, so here's my individual little snowballs. They're so cute. And I don't want to lose these dies, so I'm going to put them away, toss them in there. Okay, so next, we need to stamp the words, and those are going to be up in the corner of the paper. This says, "'Tis the season to be freezin'." Using the basic black. You could use basic gray as well, since we got that gray in there. I ended up using the smoky slate marker on the penguin, so he's not quite black. I used the dark one, and it is very close to the basic gray. Gonna put this, the designer paper is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 and layered onto basic gray cardstock that is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And then, oh, did we lose something already? Oh my goodness. What happened to our snowball pile? What happened? Did he get caught in here? Okay, seriously, did you guys see that? Did you see what happened? Is it stuck on the back? No, it's not there. Did anybody see what happened to the snowballs? I was so careful. At least I thought I was. They're not stuck to the dies. Okay, this is really weird. Move the penguin. Is it under the penguin? It's under the penguin. Okay. Thank you. Yep, that's where he was, right underneath the penguin. Oh my goodness. I feel like these images are maybe a little staticky and sticking together. Okay. Oh my gosh. We would have found him because we would have moved the penguin and then we would have figured it out. Okay, so we're going to have our pile of snowballs, and then these little mini dimensionals fit perfectly under the die cut snowballs. I love that. So just right to go underneath. So we're going to use the dimensionals under 2 of them. And then for the third one, we're going to use our glue dots if we can find them. Where did they go? Right here. Okay, no, it is that messy. I was going to say, Jessica isn't that messy, but it truly is. All right, I'm going to use a little glue dot, and this one I'm going to stick to his hand. He doesn't have a hand, but you know what I mean? To make it look like he's throwing it. Okay, then let's do some snowballs around the sentiment. Are you guys ready for the fun parts? We talked about this like a couple months ago, doing a wiggly thing, a wiggly element. And my sister showed me how to do it before using coil wire and making coil, like wrap it around a pencil to make a little coil and then have like a disc that it's on. But I cheated and I bought some. So I got these on Amazon. They're called Action Wobbles. I got the mini size 48. I don't remember how much it was, but yeah, this is so easy. You have the little coil and you don't have to make it. It's just ready to go. So we are going to make our penguin wobble. Okay, again, Hampton Art Action Wobbles. These are not from the Stampin' Up! Catalog, but you can make all of your Stampin' Up! Images wobble with them. So we have a solid piece here. That side's going to go on the card. And then we have like the ring and the little coil. So on both sides are self-adhesive. So you can just peel off that liner. And we're going to put it on the back of the penguin. And it just fits like almost perfectly, like it was made for that. And I love this image because he looks like he's in action, right? Okay, so now you just give him a little fling and he wobbles. Isn't that fun? Oh my gosh. Okay, so there is some dimension to it. However, like it folds flat. So when you're mailing the card, it won't stick up too much. Like it'll mail flat. It should be fine and not require extra postage. You could put a little extra postage on there because it has some dimension here. And it's a little bit hard under there, whereas this is soft. So an extra non-machinable would be a good idea, but you don't need anything crazy because it does flatten pretty well. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue the rest of our card together and then we'll put the penguin on. So this piece is 2 3/4 inches by 4.5, and this is Calypso Coral. So this is going in the front center, and then we're going to add our square. Okay, here's the crazy thing, guys, is I've had those wobbles for like 2 months or whenever we talked about it. I've had them for a while, and I never got them out to play with. They've kind of just been sitting on the shelf. So I was really excited. I made this card this afternoon and now like my head is spinning with all the things that can wobble. So I'm going to be playing with my little wobbles. So I peeled the backs off of that and I'm just going to put that on the card now. So how many different things can we wobble from the catalog, right? We mentioned before when we were brainstorming that we could wobble the whale, and I feel like any little critter, any little animal is going to wobble. And so one that I haven't made a card yet, but you know that new stamp set, the Darling Donkeys? There is an image and he is perfect for wobbling, right? He looks like he's dancing. So I'm going to put this on a card. I didn't cut him out. I just did a circle. I can't wait to make him wobble. So this is the Freezin' Fun, the Freezin' Fun bundle, and that's in the August through December mini catalog. This is the kind of bundle that usually doesn't carry over. So if you've been eyeing this bundle, then again, I would definitely make sure that you get it and not wait. Okay. So we've got the bunny and the seal, the penguin, and the cute little, raccoon. I think it's a raccoon. And it's got coordinating dies. So I posted some samples of this one yesterday. So make sure to check that out. So cute. And here is the bunny card. So again, you can see we've got the same layout. We just changed up the colors, even using the same stamp set and changing up the colors. Like totally, I feel like it's like a different card. So do you like the shimmer paint accented bunny, or how about the the wobbly penguin? Which one is your favorite? Let me know. They're almost the same layout. I noticed my sizes are just a little bit different here and there, but then the color combinations are so different too. Like I think this is a really fun, well, they're both fun combinations for winter. So I can't pick a favorite. Can you? Yes, even that with exclamation points. Oh, the moose. Yes. I don't think he's too big to wobble. I don't know if he's got the right like movement because his legs are both down. But yeah, you can make the moose wobble. I'm going to go through, I swear, like make a list of all the stamp sets that need wobbles. And here is that packaging just one more time. So this is Hampton Art Action Wobbles, Mini Action Springs. I think that there were larger ones as well, different sizes. And I got this on Amazon. So really so easy to make your little wobblers. I know you guys are going to love that and look for those. So I hope you enjoyed that project. Let me bring them all back out and we'll review. So we had our inspiration cards. We were inspired to make new cards using the same layout. And then at the very beginning, we just made some really simple cards using the first frost paper. And we also played with the blending brushes just to show you how you can color the other side of that paper. I was trying to find it. Here it is. We'll use the blending brush to do a little ombre there with that. So those are all the projects tonight. You guys can leave a comment and tell me which one is your very favorite, but I'm guessing it's the wobbler because that one's my favorite. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. Be sure to tune in. I'm doing 12 Days of Christmas every single day from December 1st through December 12th at 12:30 p.m. Central Time, the only half hour that it's quiet during the day at my house. So tune in tomorrow. I've got a fun project. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm so excited about the project tomorrow. So be sure to tune in, whether you watch live or on the replay. Make sure to watch tomorrow. It's going to be a great project. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon. Happy stamping!